6:45 p.m. Man, I'm late. An hour and 15 minutes is showtime, but actually I got to be there way before then because I need to start our pre-show music and I need to start our show. You know, our show is running on a track. For those of you who don't know, it's like a Las Vegas show. It goes along with the video, the projection. It all runs on a track, and I got to get that thing started. I also got to warm up this guy. It's just sitting there kind of cold. We are doing Doc Severinsen's 98th birthday tribute. And there's also a lot of stuff honoring Ed McMahon and Johnny Carson. And so we got a couple of songs that are unrelated to Doc's playing, mainly because our saxophone player Samuel is going to be booming on tenor sax on some of the stuff that was actually played on the Tonight Show, but it's not Doc Severinsen's related. So we have kind of a mixed bag, but most of it leans towards Doc solos that he did on the Tonight Show, or on his debut Tonight Show Orchestra album that debuted in 1986 when I was still in college. So, and we're doing the originals. We're not doing the watered down stuff that you've heard. We're not doing any of that. We're not jazzing it up. We're not screwing around. We are playing Doc Severinsen the way he did it back when he did it. Now, we're not going to do it as good as him. There's no question about that. But if I can get a little bit close, I'm going to try. This is going to be the most difficult and the most challenging concert performance I've ever done in my entire life. I have 7 songs that are all Doc Severinsen songs, and they're much harder than a lot of the Maynard Ferguson stuff that I've done, for the very number one reason: you don't get hardly any rest. For those trumpet players that have played MacArthur Park, think about that nice 10-minute break you get after you play the front of it. You don't get that with Doc. So this is, and all the skips around, all the technical stuff, the tonguing, this is going to be the hardest challenge for me to play in front of a live audience. It's going to be, it's not just up there. This is actually at the top of Mount Everest for as far as my playing career. So, and then the range, of course, goes all the way up to double C. Now, for those of you who don't know, I've actually changed my equipment slightly to get that Doc Severinsen sound. So I didn't want the equipment I used to be able to get the triples. So I've changed to a huge trumpet. It's an X4, Schilke X4, which is their largest, or one of their largest bore trumpets. And then I went to an X size larger in my mouthpiece, which that's actually cut down on my range a little bit, but it's opened up my sound. I do feel like I'm getting that Doc Severinsen sound happening. And but you win some, you lose some. So I don't have the booming, triple C, for example, right now on this setup. But I do sound bigger, better, and with a nice brassier tone in the middle and the upper register, which that's Doc Severinsen. And so since I'm doing this, I'm trying to actually honor the man by getting close to his sound. Of course, I'll never be able to sound like him, but I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, I just don't want to sound like a hotshot lead player squealing out of stuff. So I had to make some changes. I'm getting close to the venue, and I got a lot of stuff to do. Like I said, I got to at least play a few notes on this little baby here sitting there. It's cold. I got to start up the camera, start up the live stream. I got to start our pre-show music. And luckily for me, I have some help taking tickets at the door. And all the way, if you have live stream, if you got if you bought the Eventbrite live stream and you haven't seen the restricted secret code link to access it, you can text me on my Google Voice, 254-300-7289, 254-300-7289. I'll do my best. I'm going to be preoccupied, but if I do happen to see a text come in, I already have a copy paste I can send you with the restricted link. So if you were wondering, hey, where's my email with the link to watch the live stream? Well, that comes from me, folks. This is a skeleton crew that's operating, so I'm doing a lot of the legwork like that. So anyway, if you haven't got it, now I've tried to do my due diligence in getting that out to people, but if you haven't got it, you could also email it, but the text is going to be better. I should alert my phone. until I turn it on Do Not Disturb. So you don't have much time. So I would say sometime in the next 20 to 30 minutes, if you haven't contacted me, if you haven't got the email for the restricted link that you can access to check out the live stream, then go ahead and text that number is one more time, 254-300-7289. That's my Google Voice. I don't take calls from it because I get a lot of spam, a lot of idiots calling me because that number is all over the internet. So I just don't take the calls from that, but I will text. If you send me a text, say that you got the Eventbrite ticket and you put an order number in there and I can verify that, I'll send you the link that you can access the live stream. By the way, the last thing is, if there's any issue with the live stream, don't worry. We are going to upload the complete broadcast in 1080 HD a little bit later, 1080 HD. And I even have a flash drive that's going to be recording the sound on our mixer. And so I think I'll be able to mix in the sound with what we're doing with the 1080. And I think it actually might come out pretty decent, guys. Pretty decent. So I think the live stream is going to be just what it is. That's what you're going to get what you pay for. And you're not paying $40 to come, watch it live. You're paying $15, which is about what I pay when I have to go to Starbucks. So might be a little bit hit or miss, but you'll be able to be a fly on the wall and see what's going on. But you're going to get that live stream, the uncut full performance rebroadcast, 1080 HD, and with that nice mixed sound from our mixer. Okay, we're coming up on the venue, and let me see, I'll just flip it. Okay, there is the old Waco High School. It's now apartment buildings and condos. And here comes where I'm playing, folks, right here. Looks like we already got some people there. This is the Grand Lodge Masonic Library and Museum. The place is massive. And we're playing in the smaller auditorium. They have a 4,000 seat auditorium that is it'll just knock your socks off. It's all renovated. It looks like you walk into heaven. Okay, guys, that's about it. I hope you can come. If you're near Waco, it's going to be worth the drive because we are going to sound better. Definitely in person. You should come check us out. It'll be worth it. I think we're the only musical group that's doing, for a man, we're the only musical group that's doing this. In fact, I've scoured the internet through ET and a couple other search engines for the last 20 years. You can't